Sleeping on a park bench in a parking floor to heat. All the world in a bag at her feet. Said life dealt her a losing hand. Needed help just to stand. Moved down and she said to be near the kids her sister raised. Not her. The little one, pride in you see. While someone else raised a family. Her kids were safe, trap house free. Away from mom, no trees near the shelter. Snuck through a shelter, got for bad alive. She said she needed help just to survive. They were nicer than the homeless best, so she told the stories that she said. But she never stayed too long, fighting everyone and getting on wrong. One by one, those doors all closed. Every shelter finally told her go. She once had 2 little kittens, used them both for internet attention. Said my baby's my whole world, posted pictures for attention squirrel. Never fixed on that windows right. Said she needed that fresh air inside. One got burned by wax, not bad. Never saw a vet, just sad. Kittens gone. Then one day both kittens gone. Open window, moved along. Whole town knew just what went wrong, but she said she did nothing wrong. Another story, another lie, another victim, same old cry. Nothing's ever her mistake. It's always just a bad light break. Natasha Steed passed her head around, got her off that park bench ground. Never get a place to stay, thought she'd finally be okay. But the ring ain't doing much with my excuses stacked up, same old lie. Couple months and in the end, evicted again, thanks to helping friends. Oldest son moved in with her oldest son. Said it helped till she got things done. Stayed a while, ate his food, brought her problems and a mood. Left him roaches, left him stressed, left his house a bigger mess. And somehow fights between the boys turn into more of a noise. She's a Coca-Cola queen with a plastic crown, building little empires that all fall down. Big talk, no work, same old scene. Living room, self-made queen. If excuses for money, seen on this town, but all she got is a plastic crown. Into Chicago, left Florida for Chicago cold. Had a family, the heart of gold. Said I'm happy with the kids, you'll see. You can always count on me. Back to back, took the ride, but the true tree always hides. Didn't love, just use the place. Another bridge, she's sooner race. Turning point, roaches, punishment, all alone. Little roaches, it's so long. Boxes, bags, they made the trip. Just like every stinking shit. Everywhere she goes the same. Different town, same old game. That's the moment titles change. Now they call her Roach Queen Saint. She's a Roach Queen with a plastic crown, running every kinship in the ground. Big talk, no work, same routine. Living room, self-made queen. If it's using her money, need on this town, but all she got is a plastic crown. Met a guy one night, Chicago bar, and neon lights. True that she had more than him, but she played the poor girl at the end. Told the world she needed code, that wasn't always just a joke. Money came from those who cared, they just didn't know what it was really for there. Johnny says she found a sponsor, one that's gonna finally prosper. Says she'll never need again money, food, or help from friends. Sacrifice and disappear, just like every other year. No one knows just where she's been, but the cycle starts again. New month, new scheme. Now there's a new kitten on her face. Friday sent a little stage, videos for clicks on views. Same old game with something new. Cute little face on every screen. Part of a recycled screen. Everyone watching takes a tweet. They don't know, haven't yet seen no repeat. Yeah, she's a rose queen with a plastic grill, leaving every cut ring burned to the ground. Big talk, small world, same routine, but always self-made queen. Every last piece settles down. Here's another broken town. And just when you think you've seen it all, she starts another rise and fall. Clockwork, when the going gets tough, she gets mental again. Hospital hosts and sympathy friends. Says she needs money from a distant past. Like every emergency she's had in the past, but the truth ain't hard to detect. Government insurance already cuts the check. Same old story, same old thing. Just another brave, idle Roach Queen. From a park bench down in Florida Green to another town.
Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. I'm so happy to be here. I didn't die yesterday. I was positive I was going to. I felt like I was going to die leading up to that appointment. The anxiety was so bad. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But we are here. Miss Tabitha, Nina, Miss Betty, how are you? Shelley, in the bushes listening. We appreciate you. Kenergy, if you're still listening, if you're sleeping, dream about us. We're worth it. You'll get a rise, we promise. And be me when you come back or on replay. We got ya. Oh, the appointments aren't done, and I was back in the chair this morning. It's not over with yet. I still have to go back, but the worst part of it is over. Yeah, I had to go back. I got up early this morning with the intentions of going to Walmart to pick up my prescription. It was an antibiotic that I have to take 4 times a day for a week, and then an anti-inflammatory, what's it called? Methylprednisone. I take like 6 today. I got to take 3 more of them. They told me split them up. 5 tomorrow, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. I think that's how it goes. Yeah, this pack. And when I got up, I still had blood crusted around my teeth and around my lips. It was like that when I went to sleep, and a little bit more this morning. And I went to do a salt rinse, and one of the temps popped off. I'm so glad it did it then and not when I was sleeping, because it would have been swallowed for sure. So I called them, and they're like, yeah, can you be here by 9:10? Like, yeah, I'm literally down the road from your local office to me. The office that they knocked me out, I had to go out. They were like a 30-minute drive, 20, 30 minutes, whatever. So they got me in, and while they were in there cleaning off the cement off of the one tooth, the one right next to it popped off. Great. And she said, yeah, it was in the notes that they had trouble getting that one to stay. So not surprised. So we'll use a stronger cement. And I'll have the other office, one of the other techs from there is coming up here tomorrow. We'll have them bring an even stronger cement up, anticipating that we might see you again. So anyway, I thought this tells you how much I paid attention to everything they were saying. Or maybe they didn't say it. I don't know. The anxiety was so bad. I thought they were just repairing the veneers that were on there, from the last repairs. They actually put crowns on the forefront teeth. So, yeah. So I have crowns on my forefront teeth now. Take that. So I know my thumbnail's pretty bad. It is pretty bad. It was meant to be, because somebody wanted to make fun of my PTSD and anxiety. So I get to have some fun with that now that I got through that. I am the last person in the world to make fun of someone's dental issues, because I have my own problems with bad teeth and stuff. And dental care is no joke. But they want to make fun and call my PTSD and my dental anxieties fake. Fuck you. You opened a door. Now you get to walk through it. Just saying. Just saying. So she opened the door. So anyway, yeah, so these are the temporary crowns. And they 3D print these right there in the office. They stuck some wand in my mouth. Um, not the kind of wand they use on us ladies. It's a flat kind of wand, and stick it in there and do a print of my mouth. Thank you, Miss Tabitha. I agree. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put our comments up on the screen right now. Somebody remind me to take them off if it gets a little spicy in here, because we don't want certain comments up on the screen. But they it was a way of imaging my mouth, and before they started work. And then as soon as they did that, then they went back and started 3D printing my front teeth. And then that's all I remember. They put an IV in me, and I did wake up several times. So they didn't have me deep. They used midazolam, a derivative of Valium, to keep me under. And then they went in there with shots too, because I woke up. So I guess they had to increase the drip. I remember a couple times waking up because I was in pain, but I don't remember the pain, but I do remember waking up a couple times, which I'm not complaining about that, because I didn't expect them to keep me very deep, because, you know, it's a dentist office. I was in a chair, and I would rather have not have been kept super deep, you know, because again, I was in a dentist office. So I don't have any problem with that, you know, and I don't remember the pain being intense, but, you know, it's dental. Okay. It's dental work. So there's going to be some discomfort with it. So, you know, yeah. So anyway, they were able to do the root canal on the one front tooth. I realize what y'all said about getting a root canal. When I talked to him about that, he said he'd rather go with the root canal now and have the option of having to replace that later than just going in and replacing it now, because once you replace it, there is no other option. And he said a couple more things, and the logic he used, it made sense to me, and it was acceptable to me. Even you know, with what I know, and he understood that my concerns with it, and he explained it satisfactory. It was satisfactory, the explanation he gave me. So, you know, so there is that. But yeah, so anyway, 4 crowns in the front. These are, and again, these are temporary. He said it'll take a couple of weeks for the new ones to come back, and then I'll go in and they'll put the permanent crowns in. There was a couple cavities they filled. I think he said I had 2 cavities. That's not bad, but 2 cavities, the root canal, 2 teeth pulled, 1 on each side on the upper, and then the 4 crowns. So that's a handful of work. The one tooth that they pulled, they had some difficulty getting it out of my thick head. I said that it's acceptable. And I guess they had to cut into the inside a bit to get to it. So the inside going up into the roof of my mouth a little bit is really tender. They packed something into all the sockets, and then it's all stitched up. I seem to recall him saying they packed bone grafting material in there, so it'll make a better grafting site for when they put the for when they go to do the implants. And I had one on the bottom here, and I already had a space on the top here. Yeah, on the top over here. where I had a tooth pulled like a decade ago. Um, he said those sections look really good. They didn't have to do anything to those in prep for because they are going to put a implant to fill those in. So I'll have I'll have all my teeth again when they go to do the implants. But I think, if I recall correctly, I think they're talking about the next phase, getting everything prepped for the implants. I think that'll be, my weather alarm is going off. I think that'll be in, I think around June, maybe. I think. Don't quote me on that. So that's where that hits. Shortly after I got home yesterday, the numbness of everything started wearing off, and it started wearing off quick. Before I went, I had my regular tramadol in me. I added Advil to the mix. I had Tylenol in me. I had ibuprofen in me. What else? I think I had something else in me, and I figured, I took all of that, but I took some of that at 5 in the morning. I think I took the Tylenol and ibuprofen around 8 a.m. And then they started working on me. I think they had the IV in me by 9:30. They brought me back at a few minutes after 9, had the IV in me by 9:30 because they had to, do that scanning on my teeth and get me pre-prepped and everything. I was out of there and home by, I think I got home by 1:30. So they spent about 3 hours working on me. Hi, Nina. And shortly after I got home, the pain kicked in. I came on here and made a post and said a few things online, read a couple things online. I had to let myself de-stress a little bit before. Oh, I'm starting to sweat. Before I knew I wouldn't fall asleep right away, as exhausted as I was, but I knew I needed a few minutes to de-stress. But anyway, the pain started kicking in. Oh, I did take some more of my meds, by the way, but the pain started kicking in, and I'm like, oh, this is going to get worse. That over-the-counter shit wasn't going to work. When I broke my ankle several years ago, I had built up a small stash of OxyContin and I still had that. I went and dug up my Oxy. I had to go remember where I put it. I had that hidden away. Because, grandbabies and other people in the house, that's the stuff you hide. I went and dug that up. They're only 5 milligrams. They're not the big ones. I took an OxyContin, and I think within 10 minutes that kicked in, and that worked great. And I'm look at me. I didn't swell up at all. I'm surprised. I've got no bruising out here. I thought for sure I'd have some bruising, but when I had those other teeth pulled, I think it was Aspen Dental that did it. One of those chain dentistries, and I bruised up from them. I mean, they manhandled me, but no bruising out here. I got bruising along the gum line in the front from when they were doing whatever they do for to put the crowns in. Not bad, but there is some bruising on the gum line. But no swelling, and I'm like, wow, do I really need to take the steroids? And she says take it anyway because you could have a little bit of delayed bruising there. I'm like, okay, I'll take it just to be safe. I don't want to look like a Daffy Duck or a chimp here. So, but yeah, they did a fantastic job on me. I'm real pleased. And the doctor, I guess they tried to call me late afternoon to check up on me. I didn't hear the phone. So the doctor actually called me at 9:30 p.m. and I was just waking up to pee. And you know, he told me they had tried to call me late afternoon, and he says, yeah, he says, I remember you saying you didn't sleep all night, so you know, he says, I wanted to make a point of calling to check up on you, you know. And really, I was impressed. They did a really good job on me. So um yeah, so I survived. I survived. um I'm still not going to be happy going into the dentist ever again, but you know, it didn't change my how I feel about dentist office. But um you know, very pleased, very happy. You know, I'll probably smile a little bit more, maybe even more once I get the permanents in and get everything else in. But I'll smile more than I was 2 days ago. So, but anyway, and hopefully they won't pop off anymore between now and then. So, what did I miss while I was gone? Yesterday, I think I caught up. Well, I only saw really saw Terry's thread, and that looked pretty crazy. And that's what prompted me to really give tonight's live the title that I did. I thought I was being funny. I still think I'm being funny. Stupid silly, nothing wrong with that. And I don't think there's any doubt what jackass I'm talking about. But you know what? Before we even get started on that, we'll wait for Terry to get up here, because I have no doubt that Terry Lynn has something that she's got to say. Wow. Can y'all hear that? It just like the heavens split and the rain started. And just heard my squawk box going off a few minutes ago with the weather alert. Wow. It is like really coming down. There's some thunder, but it's not too bad. Wow, listen to that. I still have to eat. I have had no appetite. Of course, my ass is not complaining about that. That's going to put me to sleep. That is such good sleeping sounds. Wow. Such good sleep sounds. Oh, 4 seconds between lightning and thunder. It's close. It's close. I'd say I'm dying for a hamburger, but I'm really not hungry. And considering one of the crowns already came off, I'd be afraid to bite into anything. You know, in my office here, there is it's a gabled ceiling, so there's no insulation. That's why this room gets so cold. So there's no insulation in the roof. That's why it's so loud on the metal roof, which is kind of soothing. It just sucks when it's cold. But I do like the sound of the rain on the. Ooh, you know what? I wonder how that's going to sound when we get hail. That's going to be crazy. Hi, meow, meow. Hi, meow, meow. Let me stretch you out. Stretch. Every day. Oh, spring is in the air. I can smell it now. Hard to believe we had snow 2 days ago. But with this rain, I could smell the spring in the air. Oh, my Okinawan sweet potato slips arrived today. Ooh, that was a bright flash. Mm. Oh, 13 in here. 13 in here. Is someone expecting drama tonight instead of just hearing about my new dental work? I don't know. Terry, did we clickbait a title? Did we clickbait a title? Or did I clickbait a picture? Or both? I don't know. Hey, Coco, Terry's here. Oh, brulee. Brulee. You guys see that lightning through my window? It wasn't car lights. It's like nonstop grumbling outside right now. Oh, I was late night shopping because I was late night rabbit holing it on YouTube. Okay, Nina, we'll try not to ask you specifically for anything. Thanks for letting us know. And thank you for listening. So I was late night rabbit holing on YouTube, which leads to late night shopping on Amazon. Does that ever happen to you? Um, and I came across a short for sheeting vegetables. Oh, I love a good thunder. I love a good thunderstorm. Can you all hear the thunder? Anyway, making vegetable sheets. Sheets, Sheets. I feel like I'm slurring my words. Okay, there's Coco Kitty. Terry's coming up any minute now. Are you getting ready for her? Okay. Anyway, um, have you ever seen anybody make sheets out of vegetables? Like sheets of zucchini, and I mean thin sheets, not the thick ones you'd cut with a knife. Out of potatoes, sweet and white potatoes, out of carrots, different vegetables. I saw it on a short, and they were doing it with potatoes. Um, they used regular potatoes and sweet potatoes, which I thought was funny because they are not in the same family at all. Completely different vegetables, not even related. But anyway, they sheeted potatoes and sweet potatoes, laid them out flat, seasoned them, baked them, and compressed them together and baked them. Then chilled them, cut them, and then put them on skewers, and then deep fried them. I know, a lot of work, but they basically made this multicolored potato pop that was deep fried, and it looked absolutely delicious. And I am a kitchen gadget junkie. Hi, Brandy. I'm feeling much better. I still have some discomfort in my mouth, but it's not bad. And it was well worth the discomfort. But anyway, I am a kitchen gadget junkie. So I decide I'm going to pop over to Amazon and check out to see how much this sheeter costs. The guy in that video, he had a manual one. You wind it around and it works. And there is some waste involved. You get a core. So anyway, I saw one. I don't know if it was the same one he had, but I saw one similar to his. And then I saw one that hooks up to if you have like a KitchenAid mixer, and you could hook it up to your KitchenAid mixer. And it had some really good reviews. So I'm like, ooh, I think I'll get it because I don't have enough gadgets to hook up to my KitchenAid mixer. So I decided to get that. And then I saw a new pasta press. Well, not new, but new to me, for the KitchenAid mixer that actually does the shapes. I've only ever seen the pasta press that hooks up to the KitchenAid mixer that makes, like your spaghetti, your fettuccine, your linguine in sheets. And I won't get that because I have a really nice Atlas one for that. So I decided to get the oh, thank you, Brandy. So I decided to get the pasta maker. Not that I need another pasta maker. Ooh, that was a lot of flashing lightning there. So I decided to get another pasta maker. And these all came in days ago. They're still in the Amazon box sitting in my hallway. But listen to that thunder. I just thought it was real funny, that all that came in. And then now somebody's back to bragging about making her skitties. So upcoming soon, we're going to start having some videos of making homemade skitties. Homemade everything. I always make my own homemade sauce anyway, and I make a lot of homemade pasta. Now we're going to try out a new pasta maker. I like hand cut. I like to do my own hand cut pasta. It's very relaxing and soothing. But when the grandbabies are here, I'll pull out a pasta machine and do that with the babies. Ravioli and tortellini, that's always done by hand. But making any other type of shaped pasta, it's easier with the machine when you're doing that with babies around. Well, my oldest grandson is 15 in a few weeks, but that's still easier with the machine. But yeah, so I think we're gonna have fun making some pasta, and I'll show you the different types of machines out there for doing it. And of course, we'll do some by hand. Which bragging are you talking about, Brandy? Which bragging are you talking about? Yes, we all adore each other's faces. Oh, that wasn't any bragging. That's just her trying to make everybody think that she actually does anything. All she does is she says she makes sketty, and she shows the end result. You know, for all we know, she uses a can of spaghetti sauce, pre-made spaghetti sauce, and a box of noodles. Not that there's anything wrong with that, okay, but it's Terra. So that's the lazy lolcow sketties. Yeah. So that's lazy lolcow skit. Oh, because I couldn't eat yesterday. That's why. Okay, I get it. But because it's Tara, she's or because it's scumbag. That's just lazy locale sketties. So, you know, I mean, if Shelly made sketties and used canned and boxed, you know what? That's perfectly fine because she's busy raising 4 kids, running around chasing around 4 kids, you know, or anybody else that goes out and works their ass off all day and uses canned or jarred spaghetti sauce and a box of spaghetti. You work all day and that's what you're making for dinner. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. But when you're a lazy ass lolcow that doesn't get out of bed till noon and that's how you do it, well, you're just a lazy ass lolcow. Oh, don't coax her to tell you to fuck off, Brandy. She's trying to turn over a new leaf with that. Exactly, Betty. So yeah, if you don't do anything all day and you just sit around doing nothing, there's no excuse. You know, you don't get to brag about making it if all you do is sit on your ass all day smoking cigarettes and doing nothing. So that's my position. She's got no excuse to not do better. And even if you fry up some ground meat and add into it, that don't count. You got to do better. And yeah, I can bag on her all I want. She wants to say I'm faking my PTSD. Fuck her. I'll bag on her all I want. Mm. Okay. So I can't chew on anything. It sucks. But look what I got. I have a gummy lobster. I can't chew on it, but I could sit there and suck on it, and it's delicious. So Terry, you got to hurry up and get up here so I can enjoy my gummy lobster while you talk, because I won't be able to talk so good while I'm sucking on this. Oh, because I can't tuck it to the sides. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, take it away so I can eat my lobster.
I thought you weren't. Oh,
I'm not chewing. I'm sucking.
on a gummy.
I'm not chewing it. I'm tonguing it so it dissolves.
Gotcha.
I'm holding it in the roof of my mouth and just swelling my tongue on it so it dissolves. Thank you. Good timing. Take it away.
I was just gonna follow your lead.
Oh, go for it. Do your greeting then.
Hi guys. Am I echoing?
Nope, not for me.
Hi Brandy. Hi Betty. Hi Nina. Miss Tabitha. Where's Energy tonight? Oh, he
He
was
said
here
he, he said
earlier.
he, he said he was going to bed.
Oh. Uh,
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
yeah, I just did, Brandy. So did you catch all of the now deleted multiple community posts?
I caught yours. Oh hell, I'm gonna swallow it. I caught yours. I saw a glitter posted, and I just now because I think it was Brandy that said it, who just told me to look at what Steph posted.
Betty
No,
did.
Betty told me, and I just now pulled up what Steph posted.
Yeah. But she deleted her post that Steph originally commented on.
Oh, do tell. Did you copy it by chance?
I didn't. Um, by the time I clicked out of reading the comment, the post was gone.
When was this?
It was today, a few hours ago.
Oh, wow. Steph, good job getting a copy of that. Yeah,
So,
she thinks everything, doesn't she?
right. And like, she calls us all out, right? She wants us to come to her. And, then she edits to like include Shelly, Sloth Girl, which is me, Liz, JJ, Cindy, Holy Cole, and you would be the cat lady. But then deletes her post. For someone who stands on what they say, she's doing an awful lot of deleting lately. Her mouth's been running. Um, there's been so many community posts that I didn't.
I'm going to switch over to my icon, folks. Hope you don't mind. Now you see me, now you don't. I'm hiding. I'm hiding. We're going to talk about the Jackass, and I'm going to hide. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I don't know if she deleted it, but did you see that she
Hey, Bliss.
said that she's living with her father?
Oh, yeah, she deleted that?
I'm pretty sure because I can't find it.
Oh, crap. I didn't copy it because I was, kind of zoning out off and on most of the day, so I'd be able to be up for tonight. But yeah, I saw that where she went in there and says, "Hey, surprise, basically surprise, surprise, I'm living with daddy dear and I'm in Kentucky." Wow. I would be mortified to tell people that I moved back home, as a grown adult woman in my 40s. It'd be one thing if like I was just moving, relocating cross country and moved in, temporarily, I had kids or something and moved in temporarily while I found a home. But no,
Yeah,
she moved in, and after, and you saw in the one video, I put the post up where she talks about how everything's coming together. She's never going to have to want again. And then it turns out it's because she's moving in to take advantage of daddy dearest.
right. And now this was a dad that last year she wanted nothing to do with. She hasn't had any contact with this guy in like years.
Yeah, I remember that. She said she wouldn't because he was so abusive.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, let me see.
Bliss, it was on Steph TXMA's channel. She said something and Steph responded and Tira deleted it. So Steph put up the screenshots.
Okay. Can you see the screenshots I just added?
Yeah.
Okay. You can put them up if you want. The first one is, yeah, there you go. That's where she put up that post talking about how, oh my God, everything just happened. And when I take a screenshot, I label it with the date that I got it.
Okay.
So that was January 26th that she put that up there. Blah 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 blah. So that's I guess that's when she started talking to dear old dad, pimp daddy, I guess. Let me take the comment off the screen so anybody could read it.
What's that?
I just took the comment off the screen so that anybody wants to read it, unless you want to read it.
I'm good. When did she start talking to her dad? I think it's been several months now.
This is January 26th is when she put up that post about how she was going to be moving. So I'm guessing that probably right around the New Year's, right around this time is when she started talking to dad, and dad invited her to come move in with him.
Did he actually, or did she manipulate him?
Well, it's Tara, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But, we know there's oxygen in that house. So if it's not dad using the oxygen, maybe it's daddy's girlfriend.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember hearing about a girlfriend, but who knows?
Well, that's a guess. Oh, yeah. And this one is because she's going to have all this money now, so she could take everybody to court. So she must, I don't know what, she planned on killing dad and inheriting everything he has?
I have no idea.
Oh, you know what? I think this is also around the same time that she directly threatened to sue Steph. And that's when Steph put up her post with the thread on her page.
Okay.
Yeah, let me scroll back on Steph's page and
Yes,
see.
yes, Betty. Yes, she should. Yeah, that's all I ever heard is her talk bad about her parents.
Yeah, Bliss. Yeah, she had put up a post at some point today. She put it up, and you're saying that she took it down now. Let me go look at her page. Oh, the first post on her page now is she wants to get a mug with a dumpster fire on it. Yo, bitch, you're a little late. We crocheted dumpster fires over here months ago.
Yep.
I had to laugh at that. Little late to the dumpster fire game.
Yeah, I would say that's exactly what she's doing. Um,
Oh, she did. Yep, she totally did delete the post talking about that she moved in with daddy
yeah.
and that she lives in Kentucky. She posted it up there directly saying that she's now in Kentucky and she lives with her daddy. Sorry, I don't mean to keep talking over you.
No, that's okay.
Who am I kidding? Look at that.
But yeah, she duplicated, what was it? Envy Me More, I believe was one of the alternatives. And
I'm sorry, what?
one of the alternative accounts was called Envy Me More. And then
Envy me and envy me more. I don't know if they're the same person with two
no,
accounts or one's duplicating another.
she's trying to impersonate Envy Me.
Okay,
because
so MBB Moore is her trying to impersonate MB Me.
correct.
Okay,
That
gotcha.
because um I think that post is gone now too. Oh yes, and what Stinky Feet Bliss is the other stock account that
Okay,
popped up.
yeah. Well, she used the Stinky Feet Bliss a while ago. We were trying to figure out where the hell Stinky Feet came from.
Well, yeah, that's what she called it. So
Yeah.
now there's an actual account, and they were made like yesterday. And then earlier, she put up a post saying that Envy Me is actually Tracy's husband, Nelly. Like he would need a sock account.
I think Glitter said, I think she said in one of her posts that Envy Me is her husband.
No, Envy Me is not her husband. It's her best friend.
Okay, I could swear I read that on her page where she said that, but okay.
No, she said that Atira was now saying that Envy Me is her husband. He's
Oh,
not.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, he's not. That's not her husband.
Yeah, Betty, what's so funny about that mug is we crocheted a dumpster fire here back when we first started talking about her. Remember when I crocheted the dumpster fire?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just waiting to see how long she lasts there.
I told Bliss, I said she's a Baltimore
Right,
girl. She's
Bliss?
got to know how to do squares. Set up a betting pool with squares.
Okay, so here you go. She said her dad lives in Tennessee, so now it's Kentucky. Well, no, it's not Kentucky because Envy Me did say that Tara claiming to be in Kentucky
Tara
is a
also
lie.
posts um, that those damn girls also figured out in no time where her uncle lives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Bliss. We were even called out by name.
She's
Yeah,
always
she
been
is.
desperate.
See, and I felt bad. Um, because well, personally, I like Julie and Marcy, which is Sweet Pea, but I'm pretty sure that Jilly had bought her, maybe it was Shelly. One of them bought her a Keurig machine when she was in Florida in her apartment.
Yeah, she was asking for that coffee machine before, and didn't she always say that she doesn't even drink coffee? Now all of a sudden she does.
Yeah, she started in Florida and then I don't know. I didn't know that she continued, but I thought it was espresso in Florida. I don't know.
So I want to know what's making May so special now. I was curious about why after April, what was the holdup for April 2nd? Was she waiting for my birthday to do a live? She was going to do something special on my birthday to do a live, since it's
I
Friday. And
I
but now
have
she's waiting till May. I'm disappointed. I thought I was going to get something special for my birthday.
right, Bliss. Um, is she back monetized?
I don't think so. Let me go over and look again.
Yeah, I don't know how to tell.
Nope, she just has subscriptions up.
Right, because she hasn't activated the memberships. But how do you tell if she's monetized?
Because she'd have memberships up.
Well, not necessarily, right? I mean, that's only if you set them up.
I don't know otherwise. Well, you know what? Let me Google. Google is our friend, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that Julie just got her, well, sent her money and she got a Keurig with it. Yep, Julie bought her the laptop for her birthday. I don't
That's
know.
like 3 or 4 now.
I've seen Julie spend a lot on Tira. Oh, okay. So Rebrand Bliss said you'd have to go to a live and see if the money sign is there for a super chat.
Yeah, I'm also checking on another website. I'm over on isthischannelmonetized.com, and it gives a list of estimated earnings if this channel was monetized.
Or you can just look up that up on Social Blade. But like she's went back and forth between um, it's gonna be a live stream to where it's gonna be a video to where it's gonna be nothing, you know? Yeah, I like Julie too, but
What did you say about looking for super chats or super whatever?
you have to go into the live and see if the money sign is there.
Um, you have the
Listen,
option of giving a thanks with money. So I guess
like
that
that's
monetized.
yeah. Bliss, no, it's a community post that was put up. I just don't know how to, I don't know how to add it like you added yours. How do I do that?
Do what?
You know how you put the screenshots? How do I put one up?
Um, done next to the camera on the bottom where you can turn your camera off and on. To the right of it, there's looks like a TV screen with a plus sign in it.
Yeah.
Click on that, and then
Mm-hmm.
it'll open a screen, and you could add an image file, a video file, an extra camera, which I can't even add an extra camera. Slides and PDFs or share screen. Click on
Okay.
image file, and then it'll tell you from there.
I don't know if let me check which one is the right one.
Yeah, I'm going to take mine off the screen since we don't need them anymore. We'll unclutter the oh, you could press where it says present or invite, and that'll open the same thing up. There you go.
There you go, Bless.
Yeah, what is it with April 2nd?
I don't know.
What I think is funny is that she thinks that we're going to step up to her. We don't need to step up to her because of her behaviors, we are above her. Let her improve her behaviors and become a productive member of society. And then maybe she can talk to us. But as long as she wants to act and behave the way she is, she can kiss my white ass.
Hi, Teresa.
Hi, Teresa.
Okay, so she must be monetized. No, it's not gonna happen, Brandy.
Oh, that's what I said, Chris. As long as she wants to act and behave the way she does, we are above her.
Mm-hmm.
A pile of whale shit is above her right now. And that's pretty fucking low. Oh, look at that. I'm a cat lady. Coley has me as the bird lady, the parakeet lady. And with this scumbag, I'm a cat lady.
Yeah. Yeah, but we can't. Can we remove that? Can we switch that background?
Oh, okay. Yeah, she just wants the satisfaction of kicking us off a panel.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go there. Who knows? Maybe one Saturday night. Now, who I'd like to see step up to a panel is B and Ann.
Is who?
B and Ann.
I'm sorry. I'm having fun now.
All right, Betty.
I made sure I went and added some crickets today.
Bliss, don't worry. I'll be calling them out very shortly and inviting them to a stream.
Wait a minute. Who are you inviting?
B and
Oh.
Ann.
Oh, okay. Not here.
Yeah,
Well,
I've been waiting.
Well, you could do it here. I'll just be peeing or something.
No, I'm doing it on my own channel.
Okay.
Brandy, I've been waiting for the picture, but
Teresa, can you please explain to Brandy how to add a picture on my community tab? I am, Brandy. Did you were you on here when I was on screen and explaining what happened.
No worries, Bliss.
I had 4 crowns done in the front. And these are my temporary crowns. They did do a root canal on the one tooth. I know I asked about the root canal because I listened to what everybody said about a root canal, and his explanation for going with the root canal right now, I was satisfied with his reasoning on that. So, but I did talk to him after the advice that I'd gotten here for the root canal. He was able to do the root canal. 2 extractions, 1 on each side, right here, right behind the canines. 2 cavities. So 2 cavities, 2 extractions, the root canal, and 4 crowns. And when I got up this morning, planning to go to Walmart to get 2 prescriptions, I was rinsing my mouth out with salt water, and one of the temporary crowns popped off. Yay me! They were able to get me in pretty quick to fix that. While they were scraping off the cement so they could replace it, the one right next to it popped off too. So they had to fix 2 of the crowns this morning. And they said that they had it in the notes that they were having difficulty getting that one to stay in. So somebody knocked something out. Yeah, so I'm recapping what I said before all of you got here. So, yes, so temporary crowns. So how cool is that? I got 4 new crowns in the front, but you know what? Underneath those crowns are still all my teeth. So there is that. It's my teeth underneath those crowns. Just saying.
Uh-huh.
You know. And I also said, for those that weren't here, that I know dental care is not easy to get for a lot of people. It's expensive, and insurance for dental care is not easy. And I'm the last person that would ever make fun of somebody for dental issues because, you know, my teeth were bad too. But when she wanted to make fun of me for my PTSD and my dental anxiety, she opened the fucking door, so now she's got to walk through it. You know, I don't think I've ever said anything about her teeth because, again, my teeth were not the greatest either. But she opened that door when she wanted to make fun of my PTSD and anxiety and implied that I'm faking shit. You know, fuck her.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't think I've ever even said anything about Coley and her teeth, despite the fact that Coley made a comment about my teeth, which I was like, I cannot believe you just said that, considering, you know, what her teeth looked like when, you know, I first, you know, air quotes, met her.
Right.
You know, Coley seems to forget what her teeth used to be like. But yeah, so, you know, Tara opened that door. Now she's got to walk through it. That's how I feel about that.
So remember how Chris was in here?
No, I forgot already. I blocked
Okay,
it.
well, she said that she could request a short Be About Me from Coley. So Coley posted another short today.
I saw that. I saw that. And yeah, I do remember I was just being, you know, a smart ass.
And she's deleting my comments.
Okay.
I'm leaving them.
Did Peggy really request that, or did Coley just do it because she was engaging in our content here and saw it and decided to just do it?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know which one it is.
But Chris
Not,
is
not
in.
that I not that I want to defend Chris at all, but we don't know which one it is. Coley's a crazy cunt and does shit like that just to be, her, because she likes to get other people in trouble too. So, for what that's worth.
Well, Chris commented on it. Said I told her I would file her request. She's not understanding, and I love that for her. And then Cole's in the comments, her own community post, congratulating her husband for being a member for 1 year. Her husband.
Whatever. As soon as I, have this where I don't have to worry about a tooth falling out, I'll go and put on my false eyelashes and we'll have a good Coley sesh. I think Coley hasn't been wearing her eyelashes lately because she probably ripped them all out with that last set she had.
Mm-hmm.
Probably broke them all off. That last set was something.
I think when people wear the like the ones that are like so thick and long and obvious that they're fake, like you can hardly see your eyes.
The
They look
windshield
ridiculous.
wipers?
Yeah, they look ridiculous.
Yeah, they do. Well, she put so much sealant on them and they were so hard. I really do think they cracked off all her natural lashes.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, I picked up my Azure standard order today. The lady I told you she was holding on to it for me since the order overlapped my surgery.
Yep.
So I went and picked that up today. I'm gonna have to maybe I'll do an unboxing on it. But starting with I didn't think about putting the information up until after I'd already scheduled this, but for the lives after this, there will be a link showing up automatically in the description. So if anybody likes to do any bulk orders, if you could use the link that'll show up in descriptions from now on, at least for the first time if you order, it'd be really cool if you use that link I put there. I do believe you'll get a perk, and it'll send a perk my way too for referring you for your first order only. So I've only had good experiences with them so far. So for what that's worth. So, but only if you like doing bulk orders and just like with anywhere else you shop. Some of their prices are great. Some of them are not bad, and some of them, it's a little bit more than I want to spend. That's just like with anywhere else you shop.
Yeah.
So, and I don't say all of that in the little blurb I put in the descriptions, but I do say if you have any questions, ask me about it.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you walk right by it. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay. I'll find a nose ring too.
I don't know.
I guess some lashes are put on with it's like the glue it's like magnetic, and I guess those ones come off easier than the other ones with glue. I don't know. I have never ever in my life worn false lashes. So when I put them on, I'm probably going to have one stuck up by the eyebrow, which will be perfect if I put them on and they look stupid, because that's how hers look anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I've only ever seen one other person that I watch that wears them, and they're the big gaudy ones. And she takes like she has to clean them, and then she has to take a brush, and she has a special blow dryer, like this tiny little blow dryer that she blow dries them with as she's brushing them.
That's way too much work. Well, I got I got mine at the $1.50 store. So I got the gaudiest ones they had, multiple pairs, and figured if I put them all on, I might get them to look just like the crazy cunts. So, which means they're going to completely cover my eyelid and probably go up to my eyebrow. So, and that ought to look just like her.
Yeah,
I put some thought into it when I was getting them.
that's awesome, Betty. Did you get it done? My aunt got hers tattooed years ago. I want to say it was her eyebrows and her lips, but she had no eyebrows.
A friend of mine had her eyebrows microplaned. I'm like, that's going to look great, but what about when you go gray? I mean, you're Greek, but you're still going to go gray.
But you with microblading, you still have to go back. I had a friend do microblading as well. But like you've got that, like there's upkeep to that.
Oh, that lip lining, the tattoo lip lining, that reminds me of Tammy Faye Baker did that. Oh, she looks terrible when she doesn't have makeup on because she has the tattooed eyeliner, the tattooed lip liner. Oh, she looks absolutely ridiculous without makeup on because of the tattooed makeup.
Oh, really, Betty? Now, how do they think they've gotten most of it? Yes, caterpillars, that's it.
Windshield wipers.
Okay.
Oh, Terry, by any chance, were you able to listen to the full 5 hours from the other day? Not to put you on the spot.
That's what I figured, Betty. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully you can get it put into um remission. Were you recently diagnosed, or sorry, I don't mean to be nosy. Um, no, rebrand, I haven't yet.
Okay. Oh, don't worry about it. It was long and it was just, idle chit chat. Well, not all idle, but chit chatting at the end. Towards the end, it was Teresa, myself, and White Russia. We had an interesting little topic come up of the differences between gaslighting and manipulation.
Hmm.
Um, I think we could make a really good um, topic discussion about that on another live. And because all three of us, we had some different ideas on what gaslighting is, and and it made me think that with us having three vastly different thoughts on it, I'd be willing to bet that you get all of us together and we probably all have some different idea on what gaslighting is, and I think it would be a fantastic discussion to have.
Um, Bliss has done streams on gaslighting as well.
Marissa.
No, Bliss.
Oh, Bliss. Okay.
Yeah, she'd be good to have on panel for that.
Then we'd have to do a daylight one.
a couple of years. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Betty, I didn't realize it was that bad. Oh, fucking cancer, eh?
Good thing we have a lot of prayer warriors here. I will be right back. I have to hit the ladies.
Yeah, I'll go right after you. Wow. That's unfortunate. We've had a lot of people pass in the last 3 years on my dad's side of the family with from cancer. So do you do chemo at the hospital, Betty? Yeah, I bet that's hard for them. My mom had breast cancer, but they were able to remove the whole breast and got rid of it. And then my dad had some form of cancer, and they were able to get rid of it with just radiation. Oh, I was saying, so you go to the hospital like every so many days to get the chemotherapy, or do they do it in home? Oh, okay. Um, so you do so many rounds and then uh, see where you're at the end of those rounds, I guess. Yeah, Brandy, cancer is a miserable disease. Mm. Yeah, no problem. Okay. You know, some people live with it for years, and then some people it it takes them really quickly. It's gonna be 2 years for my friend's mom, and when she found out she had it, um, she was 73, still working at the hospital. She worked at a children's hospital.
I'm back.
She was still working. It was the end, I think it was like February 26th. She found out and she did a couple rounds of radiation, and it made her even worse. And she was gone by May. So I guess, I mean, when you look at it like that, it's probably best that it happened so quickly. Although it sucks saying it like that, but you know what I mean.
I'm sorry you're getting emotional, Brandy.
Oh wow. Well, we're all thinking about you, Betty.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, you got it. So what else have you been seeing on the YouTube streets, Brand?
Um, Nothing. I spent most of today still sleeping.
Did you?
Yeah, still sleeping off the sedation from yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah. Other than I got up this morning, like I said, to go get meds, and then this afternoon, I went and picked up my Azure order, and she that lady also has chicken, so I got a couple dozen of farm fresh eggs. She has Easter eggers, so they're all different colors.
Oh, okay.
Yes, not that that does anything special, but sure does make them look pretty.
Yeah.
So I now have another source for fresh eggs, which are really cool. Which is really cool. So since I have so many eggs, I definitely will have to be making some homemade sketties.
Yeah.
Uh huh. Um, I haven't done any looking to see what's going on with JLR, but I do still want to do some reads from his book because some of those lawsuits are just too damn funny.
Yeah. That book was interesting.
Hard to believe that somebody actually put some of that shit into court records. It's just you know like damn. I mean that shit that he said about Michael Jackson, it just broke me. It was like I cannot believe that that actually went into a court record.
Yeah.
You know, people are crazy. But um, got to find some other things for content too.
Yeah.
you know. Trying to think, what are some other things that blue eggs are so pretty? But what are some other things that we would like to talk about?
I don't know. What would everybody be interested in?
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to keep talking about the same
No.
goblin over and over again.
The answer is no. Already taken care of. I don't know anything about the Texas killing fields. No. Actually, Nina, no, he's not. Guinness had put out a statement when all that happened. Guinness put out a statement that they don't even have that as a category.
Oh, I would have been interested in hearing what Stinky Feet Bliss Chris's question was.
No, that sock doesn't have a voice over here.
I know.
The sock can put her what she wants on her on can put what it wants on its channel. Hi, Glitter.
Hi,
So
Glitter.
happy to see you here.
You know what's weird? If I look from backstage, I can't see um I can't see that you've deleted that comment. But if I go to through Safari and look, I see the comment as blocked by you.
Um, the comment still shows up here in the in StreamYard, but on YouTube it shows up as being deleted.
Okay, on StreamYard, I don't see it. Like I can still see the person and their question. On the YouTube side of things, I see that it was deleted by you.
Yeah.
So
Actually, I blocked the user. I didn't even hit delete message. I blocked the user from the channel.
right. So it it shows up on the YouTube side of things because I'm a mod, but not when I'm backstage. It's weird.
That's interesting because it shows up on backstage for me.
See, and
Still being there.
when I'm live on my own channel, I don't see when people get timed out or anything either.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should be able to see when somebody gets timed out. Or maybe that's only because I pay for it over here.
I don't know. I still can't type in the chat. I have to go over my other browser.
I have no idea why. I have no idea why. It's not anything that I'm doing.
We're doing good, Tracy. How are you?
We're doing better now that you're here. I'm going to age date myself. I met Clint Eastwood when he filmed Heartbreak Ridge.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And his crew caught me sneaking out of the barracks, out of men's barracks. I'd stayed in the men's barracks that night in my in the room with the man who ended up being my husband. We overslept, and I got caught sneaking out of the barracks that morning.
Hi, Amanda. How are you? Yes, he is. I've seen him.
Hi, Amanda.
I've seen him in concert every time he's come to Ottawa.
Wasn't he just on Survivor last week? Was that Tim McGraw or was that somebody else?
I don't know. I don't watch that show.
Hey, nothing wrong with you missing a live if it's because you have a life. Perfectly acceptable reason. Real life always takes priority over internet.
Yep.
We're actually calm tonight.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's probably only because my mouth hurts and I don't want it to start hurting anymore. Well, my mouth is achy. I wouldn't say it's achy. It's not real painful, but it's achy, and I don't want it to get any worse.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, so I don't want to get too rowdy. Send another stock in here, and I just might. I got pain meds that will circumvent that pain. I can get rowdy. And I take those, and I sure will sleep good tonight.
Yeah, I better.
Yeah. Oh, the nice thing about when I take that is it also takes away all the other pain too.
Yeah, that's good.
Nothing on me hurts when I take that. So it's hard to believe that I still have that after so many years of from when it was originally prescribed.
Yeah. Hey, it's just
Bliss
me.
is back. Oh, by the way, Bliss, I was sleeping through most of through 98% of your live today, but I did pop in when it started. It was actually before you came on, and I did say hello. And then I did go in and listen for a couple minutes, and then I crashed, but I had it playing the whole live. So you still got the engagement from me, but I was not able to stay awake. I was still I was on pain meds still this morning.
See, now I see that Envy Me Most account in here now. Okay,
I'm sorry,
well,
what? What'd you just say, Terry?
look, I just put it up on the screen. I'm sure this is fucking Dira. It's saying to Glitter, for weeks I had a conspiracy and was certain I was correct. I'm actually mocking your husband.
Yeah, I had to give her screen time, didn't you?
I need to pull up something. Oh, here. All right, Bliss.
You see I already kicked it, right?
No, I can't see from behind here.
Well, you can see it over on YouTube.
Yes, but I can't. I have I have to keep flipping between two internet browsers.
Yeah, well, that's what you get for being an Apple user.
But I just wanted to. I highlighted it to
Oh, holy shit.
prove.
You had 193? As soon as you said that it was in here, I was like, oh shit, and went and kicked.
Well, I highlighted
Her
it.
socks get kicked. She doesn't get a voice in here. Period.
I know. Listen to me. I highlighted it because I wanted to prove that the account said they're just mocking her husband.
Okay,
They're not actually her husband.
gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was in there, there was um
But hey, she did just prove that she
118.
watches us, despite her saying that she doesn't watch any other channels. Thanks for the engagement.
Yeah.
Don't forget to hit the thumbs up while you're there.
Right now she's supposed to be in we locked in her nail room. She's gonna spend all night doing her nails.
Sure,
She's
yeah.
had she's had a rough couple of days.
Sure she has. Hey, I'm going to see if I can hype the she's an animal abuser short. If I can, I will pay to hype it for a month. If YouTube will let me hype it. Or paid promotion, I mean. I'll put $100 to promote it for a month.
She sure does.
What that?
I was just responding to Glitter. Sorry, I got the yawns today. Yeah, I've heard the 90-day community is pretty wild.
It's been a rough couple days. Why? Did Daddy ask you to do something besides fucking sleep all day?
Well, didn't he ask her to start picking up after herself or around the house or something? Oh, and look at that.
Daddy asked you to be a productive person around the house? We love you too, Brandy. Take some deep breaths and relax, Brandy. You do what you need to for yourself.
Yeah.
Hello, the real envy me. Please stand up.
You know, you were just in here.
Yes. We all flex when we have to go back and live with our parents because we can't fucking make it on our own as adults.
Yeah. Now she promoted Anne's video, and that envy me most is under in the comments saying, I adore her. She's so cool.
Yes.
If, on, if only you knew the real Anne.
You know what? Since my nails are growing again, and I've been saying this for a while, but I do need to do a mani on myself. I might do that tomorrow during the day. We'll see how my day looks and how I'm feeling. But that's no big deal. I mean, just doing a regular mani, working my cuticles and stuff. Because nothing could be more exciting than doing that. Envy me, are you talking about whale shit? Oh, I'm hearing some far off thunder again.
sorry. I'm sure I shouldn't have brought up the subject.
Which one? Whale shit?
No, because Brandy's upset now.
No. Well, we all know a little bit more about a little more detail of what's going on, so we could be a little bit more mindful
Yeah,
for the future. So, good, bad.
yeah.
Pussy ass bitch.
I just didn't realize Betty was that it was that serious.
I don't think a lot of us realized to the depth that it was. I mean,
Yeah,
we knew there was some serious stuff going on. I just don't think we all knew it was as serious as it was. So, and she chose to share. She didn't have to share. She chose to share with us. I'm honored that she trusted us to share.
yeah.
So,
Tell the truth.
more tooth. Hey, tonight's all about the tooth, okay? I mean, you saw the thumbnail, you see what's on the backdrop here. It's all about the tooth.
Glitter. Now that I think of it, the channel that you got back that Tira was using of yours, did you keep the videos and just private them? Or did you delete them all? Oops. Well, I don't know if there is any tooth left. Ooh, that one's creepy. Well, that's what I want to know, Betty. No, no, I don't like that one. I'll jump down. Oh, damn it. There was some, um, there was more secret recordings on that channel. Yeah, me too.
Betty, you take care of yourself. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh man, I didn't even think about finding some good pictures of gummy bears.
Yes, have a good night, Betty. Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams and happy thoughts. I will have a gummy bear. Maybe I'll look for a raging gummy bear.
Okay, I'll be right back, Brandy. Hello?
What?
I'll be right back.
Okay, I heard you.
Okay. Oh, then respond.
Okay, okay. Wow. Okay, let me see. Okay. Couldn't find a raging gummy bear, but we got gummy bears. There we go. But I will find raging gummy bears for tomorrow or for an upcoming live. I had a hell of a time finding nasty jackass teeth. So, let's see. So, what else? What else? What do you got to say? Is that right? Tell me about it. What did you hear on the grapevine, Meow Meow? Tell me. Oh, you saw the gummy bears and didn't like them? Okay. Good night, Nina. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Adore your face. Yeah, we're going to steal taglines now or catch lines now. Ugh, gross. Well, there are a couple of those out there. So anybody got anything exciting going on for tomorrow? Oh, look at that sweet boo boo talk. We got boo boo talk going on. If that was sent to me, envy me. I'm looking right now. Envy me most has a crush on Tira. Um, I don't think you could delete your videos. And I know there's a old YouTube retrieval site. You know, it's like a Wayback Machine, but I have no idea where it is. I forget where it is. I haven't gone to it in so long. But I know on that old site, you'd be able to get Tara's old channel. So I need to remember where it is because all Tara's old shit would be on there. All the goblins old I gotta stop saying her name. All the goblins old shit would be on there. And I would love to get a hold of that to make some new videos. Because I could have some fun with old videos. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, I could have some fun with some old videos. With some of her older videos. Yeah, she is. And she thinks people forget. I wish I was into screen recording everything, but I'm not. But I could be Crotch Goblin. Keep your bullshit up. You want to say I'm faking my PTSD. You just opened the door wide open. That's a Pandora's box. It'll be your biggest nightmare now. Oh, oh, I'm so glad you screenshot that. I saw it, but the way I was feeling earlier today, that was the last thing on my mind. Because I knew there'd be some faithfuls out there that would make sure that it got copied. Like I said, there's a site there that has, because once it's on the internet, it never goes away. I just off the top of my head right now can't think of what it is. But there's a site out there that has all of the old YouTube content on it. Like I said, even her old channel, the one that got banned. This is before you guys came back into her life. That channel that got banned, it's still out there somewhere. Exactly. That's why she wanted us to come up on her panel so bad. She'd get some engagement that way. As if. As if that would ever happen. Trying to say that we have to step up to her. Get the fuck out of here. Become a productive member of society and change your behavior, and maybe we'll allow her to talk to us. Oh, no doubt there is someone out there that has them all. I will bet you dollars and dimes that Roadhog has everything on a hard drive somewhere. But I'm not friends with them. Chris, you just had Coley make a short ripping on my head moderator here. I really don't want you in here tonight. Chris is back in the corner. She's not blocked, but she is in the corner. Which all too frequently doesn't take too long, envy me. So we're just going to make sure that it doesn't happen. She didn't start any drama this evening. I'm not saying she did. I just didn't appreciate the short she got her buddy to make on Terry today. And we're just going to make sure no drama starts tonight. That was a preemptive corner set. So, okay, so you have meetings all day tomorrow, Glitter. What do I have tomorrow? Housework. I got to catch up on that. Being paralyzed with anxiety kept me from doing a lot of shit. So I got to get a few things done. I got to get some bills taken care of. I got to do some adulting. Oh, what else? I got to go through my seeds and get ready to hot water bath my seeds and get them planted. Thank you, Glitter.
Okay, sorry. I had to refill my water.
You got to do what you got to do. Glitter, you can go back to the beginning of the stream and hear everything that they did to me today. They're not done with me, but the worst of it is over with all the work they did on me. But I did end up back in the chair this morning because 2 of the temporary crowns came off. Well, one came off, and then when they were fixing it, the one next to it popped off too. But yeah, I explained in the beginning of the stream everything they did to me yesterday, which was quite a lot. Yeah, so, but still, they won't be completely done with all my dental work until the fall. Because there's quite a few implants they're going to be doing. So, but everything looks much better now than it did. Sorry, that's my vape. Everything looks much better now than it did. So, and it's not a pot vape. It's just regular, no nicotine, nothing. Because I quit smoking last almost a year. No. They were very good to me. They were very kind. They did a wonderful job. but it's still the dentist. So it's still the dentist. So it's still the dentist. Good people, they're great people. They're on my Christmas card list, but they're still the dentist. So, and I did wake up several times when they were working on me because it was painful. But, you know, dental work is painful. It is what it is. I mean, I didn't kill anybody, so it wasn't that bad. But anyway, somebody popped in and I immediately sent them to the corner because of the short that went out today, Terry.
Yeah, like what was their point? Like to think glitter.
You'd have to read up and see what was said. There was absolutely no drama.
It was
None,
just two comments.
it was just the two comments. There was no drama. I was preemptive and I did it because I did not appreciate, the short that was done today about you.
Yeah.
And I told her that she didn't do anything wrong in here. It was just I didn't appreciate the short and I wanted to make sure there was no drama. So I just preempted there being possibly anything. So
Okay, so was she insinuating that envy me is
it was only
Carter's
those
husband?
two comments. I didn't delete any comments or anything. It's only what you see.
Fucking weird, man.
Yeah. I made sure it didn't turn into anything. So, and again, she didn't do anything wrong in here. I made that clear to her too. We're just not going to have a repeat of what happened. Was that last night or the night before?
I don't remember.
Yeah, which I think it was the night before, but we're just
Yeah.
not going to take a chance of there being a repeat. So,
I just don't get
oh, you're one up on me, NB, because apparently I hang low, according to Coley.
I just don't understand why you keep coming in here nightly when you can't stand us.
But hey, thanks for the engagement. We appreciate the engagement.
But I mean, at least, watch the replay the next time.
There you go. You know what, Glitter? I misread something you said on your post because I said earlier. I says I don't know. I could swear Glitter said that Envy Me is her husband. But I remember when I read that, I'm like, wow, I feel stupid because I clearly did not pick up that Envy Me was a man. I was not picking that up at all. But I read your post. But I was also, taking Oxy today. So I'm like, okay. And then Terry set me straight real quick. I'm like, okay, that was making me feel better okay, I didn't miss any vibes there. Okay, but
And
yeah.
when I also knew that she wasn't because when she had come into my stream, um, she had said that she's never met Tira herself, but she
Well,
knows of her.
see, I think I remembered something like that in Envy Me. We had talked about Outlander and Blood of My Blood, and I just did not get, this I'm talking to a man vibe. So I mean, I was totally confused by that, and clearly I was reading under the influence of Oxy, but okay, so I'm really glad you set me straight. But hey, I can admit when I did something a little bit when my thoughts were a little bit goofy there.
Oh, it was that you've met her? Yeah, that was my bad then. Misunderstanding.
Yeah, I totally misread what Glitter had said, but again, I was under the influence of narcotics, okay, when I read that. So I'm glad I didn't make any kind of post or anything or say anything, somewhere else that, would never leave the internet. Well, this my comment here, but you quickly corrected me.
Yeah, I remember her seeing that. Okay.
I remember that now. Now that I'm reading that, I remember you saying that, Envy Me, that you warned her.
Yeah.
Envy Me and I have something in common because I never liked her either from the first video I watched. I mean, I remember the first video I watched, it's like, it felt a little bit of, compassion, but something just didn't set right, but trying not to judge, I watched some more videos, and things just never added up. We knew you meant warned, but things just never added up. And I just can't figure out how anyone with intelligence can tolerate her bullshit, and women with intelligence are falling for her bullshit. And I don't understand it.
Well, I don't think there's many left.
So I mean, and I don't think B's stupid. I don't think Curls is stupid. And that's why I say women with intelligence are falling for her bullshit, and I don't understand it.
So if you go to Steph's comments, like she says, they're that they're willfully ignorant. How does she put that again?
Okay, that works. That's called love bomb and Envy Me. I don't think I believe that, Glitter. She's not smart enough to have dirt on Curls and B. I don't think she, I don't think she's smart enough to have dirt on them. I really don't.
I don't know, but I know that he's not fucking innocent.
Yeah, but I don't think that Tara's smart enough to have dirt on them.
Um,
I just
no.
I just watched I finally the other day I finally watched one of Not Another Housewives videos about Tara.
Yeah.
That was pretty eye opening
Yeah.
because Marissa comes with receipts.
Yeah. So there was glitter, and the thing is, Tira wasn't in any group chats behind the scenes. And at one point, when Shelly had left, I had asked them, do you think maybe we should invite Tira into the group chat? And her homegirl said no.
Oh, even they didn't want Tara in the chats?
Nope.
That says a lot.
Yeah.
I'm really glad I wasn't around then, but even if I was, I would not have been invited because I don't have the personality for that. I would not have been invited. And I know it.
You know, it's funny. Like that bee kept you around for so long, and knowing that you don't like Tira, but I guess it was okay because you were feeding her money.
I wasn't always feeding her money though. I didn't really start putting money out until I don't think I really started putting anything out until her husband's accident, until her husband's back went out. I mean, I'd throw out a little bit here and there, a couple dollars here and there, but I didn't really throw out any money until her husband's back went out. I mean, a little bit here and there once
Well,
in a while, but usually when I threw it out, it was more often than not just to piss off Chicago.
yeah,
And B knew it because she'd crack she'd even say, "Oh, come on, ladies." She knew it was just me pissing off Chicago because Chicago would always try to counter it with more.
right, yeah.
Yeah, that was never about B. That was just fucking with Chicago, and B knew it.
But I think even before her husband's accident, there was a few times that,
Yeah, but they were always small. It wasn't any big deal. It was all just small stuff.
well, some of it was 49.99,
No, that was Chicago. I never did 99s.
49.99.
Yeah, that's what I mean. 49.99s. I never did that. That was always Chicago that did that. I never sent out 49.99s.
I'm positive you did.
Nope, never.
Check
Never.
your history.
Oh, I will because it was I think it was that last members only. I actually asked. I said, "What is it with you in 49.99? What's with the 99?" I had actually asked why
Mm,
she always does 49.99.
I think they're set. The super the super chats are set in increments. Are they not?
No, because I always go double zeros. And I actually asked her, I'm like, what is it? And B was trying to explain it, and then she's like, yeah, you'd have to ask her. There's a reason why. I forget what the reasoning was, but it has something to do with how YouTube takes their cut. It's like I think YouTube takes less if it's under $50 versus $50 and up, or something like that. But yeah, I never did the 99s.
Yeah, I always sent through PayPal so that well, first she'd get it right away, and second, YouTube wouldn't get any of it.
Yeah, which makes sense. And I think after I had asked that, and she said something about that. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just do it via PayPal next time. But then there was never a next time. But yeah, no, I never sent anything that was something, whatever 99. That was always Chicago.
Okay. I I always just sent 50 through PayPal, but I would send her 50 US. Here I would send 50 Canadian, so she'd get less than I don't know, it'd probably be like I want to say around $35
But,
or so.
but yeah, that last members only with B was the best because
And
that's when Tara,
Jello.
that's when Tara blew up, and that's when she told me to start doing it on to talk smack on my own channel, and then here we are. So Tara's the one who told me to do this.
Gotcha. And like nobody saw those comments. The comment you made was sitting there for what, at least 2 days before all of that even blew up.
Which comment?
Well,
No, Tara blew up in the members only because in the members, I said hello to everybody and except her, and then I think I said hello to everybody that matters. And then towards the end, Tara finally blew up because I was making comments that she knew I was directing some digs at her, but and nobody was defending her. And she was pissed off because nobody was defending her. You know,
No,
everybody's being an adult and ignoring my snark, which is what they should have been doing. But she couldn't handle it because nobody was defending her. And she had to blow up at the end of the members live. And then she went over to her page and made a comment that I should be doing. I'm a content creator. I should be doing it on my own channel, not in somebody else's channel. You know, so okay,
did
so
that,
I did it
but
on my channel.
that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, you're
So
talking about
they,
on your page.
yes,
Yeah.
that had been up for a couple of days.
Right. But when
So
I was on that
can't
live, when Curls came up, she says she didn't notice it until she saw that all these comments were on one of your posts, and then she finally went and read it and saw what I said.
her and B
And
didn't notice
then
it.
B came up. Yeah. But
B notices everything.
well, yeah, but
Hi
it
Shelley.
it didn't hit me. Hi Shelly, welcome back. It didn't hit me until it was a couple lives later where we were up there talking, and I don't remember who said it, but somebody says, no, B knew beforehand because they record everything. And I remember I got real quiet because that hit me. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's right. They do record everything. They knew back when I had said that on one of Popcorn's live, where I told everybody on one of Popcorn's lives that I did that to that wish list. They knew that
Yes, they would have
a
known
long
that.
time, way before I said that on your page. They knew that because they record everything, especially of Popcorn's. They knew that well
Exactly.
beforehand. B and Chicago knew that
Yep.
months earlier. They knew that. And that's why I got real quiet when I don't remember who it was that said that on my one live. They said that, and I got real quiet because I'm like, holy fuck, that's right. Because I know that they record everything. They heard me say that on Popcorn's live. Whether or not they forgot about it until they read it again on your post or not, I don't know. But they knew that months
No,
ago
because
that I had admitted that.
no, B knew. She would have just hidden the fact that she knew until Tara posted it on her channel, and then there was no denying it. But Shelley, uh, what did B have to talk to her about when she met in person? And yeah, she's grifting. Like, see, this is what pisses me off. You're fucking one of your good supporters just sent you money to buy a fucking cup and a Keurig, and you're out here sending money, super chat. Like, what the fuck? I don't get it.
Here, here.
Yeah,
It's always good to see when one of our ladies are shining.
yeah, that they did.
Ours as a collective, everybody that comes in here, we're all one.
Yeah, Chicago records it if B misses it.
Yeah, and you know damn good and well Chicago tells her everything that's worth repeating.
Well, are we sure about that? Because Chicago, based on the live she did addressing Shelley, she claims to um, not know because she hasn't been told. Shelley didn't go to her and tell her, but was B hiding it? That she'd been talking to Shelley since September? Was she hiding that from Chicago? Or Did Chicago already know that? You know what I mean? Snakes all around. Every fucking one of them. Okay, only thing B said was that they had talked to her about Brittany J and also about me and how Tara needs to watch who is selling her stuff. Mm. When did they meet up? They met up in October?
I don't know. Whenever it's Chicago's birthday, that's what they met up for.
Yeah.
Why bother talking to Tara about anything? She's going to do and believe whatever she wants to anyway. Oh, I'm sorry. The goblin. Crotch goblin.
See, and that, the falling out with, so Shelley starts talking to B in September. B is oddly enough in my DMs at the same time frame, being very friendly, overly friendly for what I'm used to seeing. Um, and here she's talking shit behind my back to Shelley and saying I'm no friend of hers. This is like September, maybe beginning of October. I didn't check the date. Um, and I officially didn't tell B to go fuck herself until September 24th when I had enough of the lying. Ugh. Yeah, they are. Alcohol knew already. So, oh, well then why did Chicago make it sound like she didn't know and that you should have came to her? And the anti fucker just one. Yeah, you know who Ren is?
This shit's way too dark for me.
You know, you know who Ren is?
No.
Ren is Sarah's odd. And there was a Discord back then before Sarah started her channel. And Scott was in there, Kirsty was in there. This all fucking revolves around Kirsty then. But she was asking me.
Wow. Way too dark for me.
See, um, B and Kirsty are very good friends.
Way too much drama for me.
So, and Tira, here's what makes me think that there might be, and there might be another group chat with Tira in it because now Tira is into the same anti-mommy vlogging stuff that Chris is into. and Krista and B are very close. So, she listened to all no, that's
Wow. You hear that rain coming down again?
I'm telling you, Shelly, master of manipulation, that one. Wow. Yeah, it does. It does get hard to keep things straight.
Guess who's not taking their trash out anytime soon?
Yeah. So, yeah, she was B was trying to connect the dots and see if Shelley had any information. Funny how your count just jumped up to 20.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Hi B, you nasty cunt.
Wow. She never asked me for this kind of information. Knew it wasn't my cup of tea.
Well, and I don't think you were involved back when Sarazad was around. Oh yes, you were in
Yeah, I was
Coley's, yeah.
into that. Yeah.
But did you watch Sarah right from the beginning?
No, no. But
No.
doing all this spycraft shit was not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I'm convinced that.
I'm not into all that. I'm not into that level of drama crap. Fuck.
Mm,
I'm about keeping drama out of my life as much as possible. You know,
it's
clearly, I, don't mind some drama,
mm,
but I don't go looking for it to bring more in and seek it out. You know what I mean?
yeah. Um, yeah. See, if unless you were in the know of all of that, it wouldn't make sense.
Oh, glitter! I just thought of something. Have you seen the uni mixer? I think it's OONI. Sorry, I know it's a completely different subject. Well, it's a mixer. I just came across it tonight. It's so cool looking. My finger's itchy on the button. It's a kitchen gadget, an expensive one, but I love me a kitchen gadget and I love me a good mixer. You have to look it up. Tell me what you think about it. You're a baker, so you'd appreciate it. I already have the KitchenAid Pro. I have the Ank Serum and shit, what's the other one I have? I'm blanking on the name of the other one that I have, but it's the other really cool, expensive one.
Holy frig!
Yeah. I'm blanking on the name of the other one, but it's another really, really cool one. And I have to look it up now. So,
Are you talking about a dough machine?
yes.
They're over $1,000 here.
Which one?
There's several of them. Uni, Halo Pro, Spiral Dough Mixer, stand mixer, 7 attachments. Looks like most of them are for making spiral dough.
Yeah, I think my other one is from Nutrigrain. Let me look it up. Yeah, I think it's a Nutrimil mixer. Nutrimil Artiste.
And you said you have um, a food deep dry freeze. Fuck, what are those things called now?
Yeah, the Nutrimil Artiste stand mixer. That's the other one I have. Yes, I do bake. So yeah, I have the Nutrimil Artiste, the Ink Serum, and the KitchenAid Pro. But I saw that Uni tonight. I was actually looking at their pizza oven, and I saw that, and oh, my finger got itchy.
You have a a Harvest Right, don't you?
Yes, I have a Harvest Right freeze dryer.
I'm jealous.
How many times have you heard me say that I am a kitchen gadget junkie?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not at that price. You
So
know, like what did they go for over there? Um,
when I first looked at the Harvest Right, they were probably less than half of what they are now. And I
but
watched them and watched them and watched them until I can get one. But they do have a well, I haven't looked lately, but I'm pretty sure they have a layaway program to where you could put money on it now and freeze the price. And then you have a certain amount of time to pay it off, and then they'll ship it to you.
yeah, but over here, like for Canada, to get it to Canada, um, it's $3,295. Plus, then I'd have um, shipping, duties, and tariffs.
Ah, okay.
And in the States, they're probably like what, $500? I don't know.
No, no, gosh, no. I know I paid over 3 grand for mine, and I have the large. Now they have an extra large now, but I have the large. But can't you buy it in the U.S. on a trip over to the U.S. and then drive home with it?
Yeah, I'd have to renew my passport. Well, no, I'd have to be over there 24 hours to bring back
Okay, so spend the
home.
night in Niagara Falls. Do a casino night.
Um, I'd have to do it. Well, I'd have to look where the closest Costco is. Costco has them. They might be a bit cheaper there. But either way, when coming back, you're only allowed, I think It's $800. They've really,
Tell me
um,
friend gave it to you.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. How about you send me yours
I'll
as a
jump right on
friend?
that.
As a friend, and we'll see if it works.
Yeah, I'll jump right on that. Yeah,
That's this.
I'll trade you for the sewing machine.
Oh, yeah. No, no.
Oh,
I got a lot more invested
oh,
in that than $3,000.
oh. Yeah, glitter. Sometime you and me, we should do a baking collab. We could do a baking collab. I'll put my 3 mixers on the counter and have at it, and you put yours on your counter and have at it. I'll do biscotti and you do your what your specialty is. We should plan something. Holidays aren't that far away. Do it before we get into the double digits. Look at that. We're planning ahead. We're making a plan. That would be fun. We could get some other people involved. We got some other bakers here. Terry, are you a baker?
I used to be.
Well, there you go. Put your thinking cap on. Cookie time. Who else is a baker here? Who else is a baker?
Oh, you're such a bad influence.
I
I'm
know, I'm
sitting,
terrible.
sitting over here looking at all the freeze dryers.
Oh, glitter, I do all kinds of cooking. Usually it's just for me and my birds, though. But I do all kinds of cooking. Oh, you should have seen me when I was doing a deer back at the end of October. I processed an
Mm,
entire deer myself.
no, I'm good on that. You chopped them up and skinned them and everything?
Yep.
Yeah, we don't need to see that process.
Yep. My one of my she's I think she's Mennonite. She's not full blown Amish, but she went through the Master Gardeners program with me. She called me in October and she says, "Hey, my I think it was her cousin or brother says, got a deer. He's not ready to process yet. And you said you wanted some venison. Do you want it?" And I'm like, hell to the yeah. She says, okay, I'll go get it. You come over because I'm like, I don't have the space to do it here. She says, come on over. I'll hang it in my garage for you. And went over and cut it up so I could put it into my cooler and then brought it back here and processed it into sausage. And I burnt out um, my grinder because my grinder was not uh, new enough. Hold on, I'm looking to see which one I got. Was not my grinder was. Hold on, I'm looking here.
How old are your kids, Glitter? Because they're interested at first when they're younger. Once they hit the teens, they're not interested in not even helping unless you ask. All they do is say, Mom, what's for dinner? Well, we call it supper here, but
damn it. Here we go. That company right there, that's where I burnt out my grinder. I didn't have a grinder that was meant to process 40 pounds of venison at one time. So I had to order a new meat grinder. So I ordered I think it was a 1.5 horsepower. It's a big fucker. I ordered a meat grinder and a big sausage stuffer from them. So I now have an amazing meat grinder and sausage stuffer from them.
And how often do you use these gadgets?
Well, I only process it. I'll only be processing deer because she also invited me out to she says that yeah, if you want to come out and help process, because they between her family, you know, all her family, they get 15 to 20 deer a season. So she's like, yeah, if you want to come out and help process, we could always use the help. We never turn away help. So in gratitude for giving me a whole deer, I'll go out and help them process the rest, process the other deer. So I get the I didn't do it this year because I ended up getting sick. But I will go out and help process since I'm getting free venison now. I'll go out and help them process the rest of their deer. So I'll be turning a lot of meat into sausage and just ground venison for them. So
Okay.
and since I have a better grinder now, I can also go out and buy a whole pig and make my own sausage if I so desire. I can make my own ground meat. Plus, I also used my other grinder when I make my own cat food. So, and my grinder was giving me a ration of shit whenever I make cat food. So now I won't have any problems making my own cat food anymore. It'll go a lot quicker. So the other grinder I have, I'd pull it out usually every 2 months because I'd usually make 20 pounds of cat food at a time. So instead of taking me hours with the other grinder, it'll take me a lot less time because I have a better grinder now.
You're lucky that your 15-year-old is still interested in cooking good. Mine was for a little bit. My youngest has never been really interested.
My grandson used to, well, he didn't have a choice. I had him cooking with me at the minute I could have him standing on a step stool in the kitchen. Now it's a struggle.
Yeah, I mean, they used to do that when they were little. And then, like, even my daughter, 10, 11, she would cook. We would get those, it's not Hello Fresh, but it's something,
One of
I
those
think it
food
was,
prep.
yeah, it was called Chef's Plate, I believe. So we would grab some of those like every odd week. And when it came in, she unpacked it, put her put her ingredients together in her recipe on top, and then yeah, she cooked the whole meal and played it.
2 years ago, I got my grandson for Christmas. I got him a bunch of cookbooks, teenage oriented cookbooks.
Mm-hmm.
He always has his friends over the house. Now, his mom is not my daughter, but single mom, and he always has friends over the house. And I got him a bunch of teen oriented cookbooks. And the deal was something that he could do to make things easier for his mom. It says, here's the deal. you pick out a recipe once a month so that you can cook a meal for your friends or your girlfriend.
Mhm.
You call me with what you're going to cook, and I will order all the ingredients for you so that you can make something, whether it's for your friends, for your cousins, or for your mom once a month, so that you give your mom and their 70 something year old aunt lives with them too. This way you give them a break and you're making a meal for everybody. You know how to cook. I've taught you how to do all this. He never called me once
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
order food for him. And it was, I would order everything he needed to cook all this for his friends, his girlfriend, his cousins, his mom, once a month. He could have picked anything out of those cookbooks.
My oldest has like an entire huge drawer and um, cabinet full of cake decorating stuff because she was very into that. And now I don't even remember the last time it's been used.
I used to do a lot of cake decorating, but whenever he's here, it's like, oh no, you're helping, you're helping, you're helping. You know, he knows he doesn't have a choice when he's here. He's got to help. You know, if it's summertime, it's like, nope, you got to go pick this. This is what I need out of the garden. Go get it. Here's the scissors. Here's the knife, whatever, to go get it out of the garden. You know,
Yeah.
or you got to help me chop this up. Mom, Mimi needs help. No, nope. Mom drove. She's relaxing. You're helping. Get in here. He doesn't have a choice.
Um, Tracy, we have Uber Eats here. Not where I'm located. Um, but in like when I go to Ottawa, it's a bigger city. They have Uber Eats there, but apparently it's very expensive. You don't always get what you ordered. Uh, Sometimes your order doesn't even arrive. The drivers take the orders. I don't know. It seems to have very mixed reviews.
I have Uber Eats and I have DoorDash and I have Grubhub. And I don't use any of them because I've seen too many videos on YouTube of what those drivers do.
Ew. Yeah, we don't have, but like I'm in the country, so we expect it, right?
Of course, I could use. I've used them to have beverages delivered, but I won't use them anymore for food. Not after some of the videos I've seen. Uh-uh. But I was saying earlier, since somebody wanted to brag about how they make sketties, and I did just get that new pasta attachment for my KitchenAid. I'm gonna have to do videos making pasta because I still have my first pasta maker is the Ron Popeil pasta maker. I've had that since the 90s, and that's a great pasta maker, even though it's a Ron Popeil thing. I still have that, and it does a decent job making pasta, believe it or not. I have that. I have the Atlas pasta maker. Um, then the one I just got that attaches to the KitchenAid just because it's like, oh, this looks like a fun gadget. And then I make pasta by hand, which is my favorite way to make it. So since somebody wanted to brag about making sketties when I couldn't eat, um, I don't think that's why she made it. That's just one of the only things she makes. And hers is probably made from canned sauce and boxed pasta.
I've never made pasta.
So it's really not that hard. And I'm only bagging on her doing it because she's a lazy cunt. And there's no excuse when she doesn't have a job, she doesn't have kids, she doesn't do anything. There's no excuse. And we know she's lazy. So, when you have kids and you work and you're chasing kids around and doing shit all around the home, okay, there's nothing wrong with using jarred sauce and pasta out of a box. Okay, when you have a life and you're busy all the time. But when you're a lazy cunt like her, there's no excuse for using boxed pasta and sauce out of a can. Okay. But for her, there's no excuse for doing it that way. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Shelly, I even mentioned you earlier because you're chasing kids around and you're taking care of a house. So if that's the way you make pasta, that's perfectly understandable because you have so much going on. And same with you, Terry, because you're dealing with children. Even though they're not small, you still have things to keep you busy during the day. She's got nothing going on. And she put it up when she knew I wasn't going to be able to eat. Trying to rub it in that I couldn't eat because I just had all dental surgery. So, but I actually ordered that pasta machine last week because I saw. Did you hear me talking about the new gadget I saw when I was in a YouTube rabbit hole?
Yeah.
Okay,
Makes the different shapes.
the vegetable sheet. No, I saw a video for a
Oh,
sheeter.
yeah, I heard you talking about that too.
Yeah, and then when I was checking that out, and then I saw the newer attachment. Well, newer to me. I had never seen the KitchenAid attachment for making pasta shapes. I always saw it just where it does spaghetti and linguine and fettuccine. So I'm like, ooh, okay, they got something. They got the different one now that makes the shape. So I had to get it. So, and Shelly, you got
Nothing
kids,
wrong with that.
and there's nothing wrong with there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Okay. It's just because she's a lazy cunt and it's giving me something to bag on her for. Okay.
And really,
And there you
yeah,
go, Jello.
here, the only time it's cost effective to make your own spaghetti sauce is during the summer when we get the fresh vegetables.
Oh, even if you buy canned tomatoes, it's still cost effective to make your own sauce if you get canned, tomatoes in the can. It's still it's still not that expensive to make your own homemade sauce. You
No,
know,
but if you can get a box of Roma tomatoes and make your sauce with those.
oh, that's
So
always
good.
better. Oh, that's always better with fresh tomatoes. But even if you use canned tomatoes and make a sauce starting out with canned tomatoes and tomato paste and stuff like that, it's still good.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm just bagging on her. She wants to brag about making sketties, you know.
Yeah.
Really? Come on. So but yeah, I'm gonna have to pull out the different pasta makers I have, and I'll do some pasta by hand, and I'll do some demos on the different pasta makers and make some different pastas, and I'll even make some
Gnocchi.
gnocchi, whatever you want to call it. I'll never forget the first time I made gnocchi. It was in Hawaii, and
I don't get the
My
point.
friend's fiance had just arrived in Hawaii. She hadn't gotten there yet, and he was coming over to dinner. And she had called, was just checking in, make sure everything was going okay, and that he had settled in because he didn't have a phone yet. And I'm like, oh yeah, everything's fine. He's coming over tonight. We're making gnocchi. And she's, what? You're making gnocchi with my fiance? And her first reaction was, freak out. We're a bunch of Marines, and she hears that her fiance is coming over because we're making gnocchi. She heard gnocchi. I'll never forget that. They live in Chicago now. I gotta
I
give her.
don't.
We haven't talked in a while. I gotta give her a call. But I'll
I've
never
never
forget.
tried it.
It's a noodle. It's a potato based noodle. It's delicious.
It's like pierogies, right?
Well, pierogi is a noodle stuffed with potato, and some people like it stuffed with sauerkraut. I can make pierogi sometime too, but no, it's just a fluffy noodle um, that's potato based. It's not a stuffed noodle. I'll make it sometime and you'll see. It's delicious.
Did you
I make
ever did
I make a mean ravioli.
did you ever get your beef bones out for your
No, I
um
did. My anxiety just took over, and I didn't get my beef bones out because my anxiety just took over.
gotcha.
Get a spaghetti, glitter. Get a spaghetti and make pasta. Make veggie noodles. Veggetti. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Yeah, well, look at the first three letters of diet. I eat a lot of sweet potatoes. I probably have 150 pounds of sweet potatoes in the house right now. I have six different varieties in the house. I have sweet orange, sweet white, sweet red, Japanese, Pajero, and um, shit, I'm blanking on what the purple ones are called. Um, Purple Stokes. Well, the whole joke in my family is that if the zombie apocalypse ever hits, everybody's coming to my house because I have all the food. And it's like, yeah, don't expect me to open the door because you don't call me on the regular. Oh, Carrie must have lost her phone. And I have all six of them rooting right now, hoping I get some good slips. And I just got my Okinawan sweet potato slips. They came in the mail today. Oh, that sounds good. Okay, you do that. But yeah, I got the Okinawan sweet potatoes. They're also called Hawaiian sweet potatoes. They are white skin with the purple flesh. Those slips just came in today. I got 9 slips. They're rooted, so they already have leaves on them. So hopefully they'll grow for me this year. So I'll have Okinawan sweet potatoes come fall. I can't find those in the stores anywhere. Yeah, if you look them up, they're really pretty. And my friend that spends half her time living in Hawaii, she's got a condo there. She gets them all the time. She says they're really good. Oh, they are. If you can get purple Stokes, if you have a Whole Foods near you, you should be able to get all the varieties except for the Kijaros. You should be able to get the 5 varieties I named, except for the Kijaros. See if you can get purple Stokes. I just said that, Terry. Check out the purple Stokes. They are the skins are purple and the insides are a brilliant shade of violet. They are absolutely delicious. They're not as sweet as your regular orange sweet potatoes, but they are absolutely delicious. And because they're purple, they have all those anthocyanins in them, and they're even healthier because of that. They have all the extra antioxidants in them, and they are absolutely delicious. When I do my next live, I'll make sure that I have one of those cooked up, and I could show it on screen. They're absolutely delicious. And whenever I eat sweet potatoes, I usually just put some butter on them, and I like chili lime seasoning on them. Oh, you're looking at a picture of them? Yeah, they are absolutely delicious. Yeah, oh, they're gorgeous and they're delicious. So are the white sweet potatoes. And the Japanese whites are really delicious too. Yeah, and like I says, Whole Foods, if you have a Whole Foods near you, and if you have Google Prime, if you have Amazon Prime, and you go to Whole Foods, they'll usually knock, I think it's 15 or 20 cents off the price. So am I. I like doing it the different colors. So if you made like a sweet potato salad or sweet potato fries, and you used the different colors, it really makes a colorful plate. It makes it look so pretty. I have a vendor around here. He's a taco vendor, and he also has burritos and burrito bowls. And one of his proteins for his vegan option, he does sweet potatoes. And I was telling him about the different colored ones, and he got real excited about that. And I told him I'd bring him down some of the other colored ones, and he's real excited about trying that, just because it adds something different, and it's a different look, and it just makes something different and makes it look really pretty. Yeah, and I make a killer sweet potato salad, and you put those different colored sweet potatoes together, and it doesn't take any more time to use it, but it sure makes it look like you spent a lot more time. You know, and I do the same thing with tomatoes and bell peppers and beets and stuff. No more time, but you know, you make a salsa with different colored tomatoes, and it takes your regular salsa and turns it into gourmet. Exactly. So that's why in my garden, that's why I grow so many different varieties. I grow for color, shape, size, texture. I have a French fry maker gadget. When B and I were supposed to do the sweet potato uh thing, I decided I was going to do some French frying of my sweet potatoes, and I have a smaller French fryer, but I knew it was not going to work with the sweet potatoes, so I bought a bigger one, and I haven't even used it yet. But I told you I'm a gadget junkie, but I have a smaller one, and it doesn't work with it'll work with smaller potatoes, but it doesn't even work with the bigger potatoes. And I decided you know what, I might as well just go ahead and get the bigger one. So I did buy a bigger one. So, and since that live didn't work, I haven't even taken that out of the box yet. One of these days, I'm going to have to do a live with all my gadgets and gizmos. Several of my Ninja products have include air fryer. You know, my new stove has air fries. When I got my new Samsung stove, I think I've had it for what, 2 years now. I've never used the air fryer part of my stove because most of my Ninja appliances have an air fryer in it. I don't do all that much frying anymore. Yeah, I don't do that much frying. I do have a deep fryer, of course I do, but I don't do that much all that much frying anymore. Yeah, my stove before this one was a Samsung, but I redid my kitchen appliances. It was time. Um, what was it? A year and a half ago? I forget. But I put in new dishwasher. I got the new Samsung Monster fridge with the family hub. New Samsung washer and dryer, front loader stacking, and I did the stove while I was at it. Yeah, but I'm used to a Samsung stove, but I haven't used the air fryer on it yet. You know, well, it's just me in the house, so I haven't needed to air fry that quantity. So just using my smaller countertop appliances is just fine. I love me my fridge though. But you know, to get that fridge in the house, I had to cut out the doorway from my dining room into the kitchen. I had to cut the doorway bigger to get that fridge in. I still have to repair that, by the way. Yeah, when they first came to deliver it, they came in, they're like, "We can't fit this." It's like, "Okay, reschedule. They drove down the road, and I got on Amazon and ordered a saw. I forget what kind of saw it was, but it was a saw that I didn't have. All the tools I have, but I didn't have that kind of saw. What, a reciprocating saw? Yeah, I think it was a reciprocating saw. I had to order a saw so I can cut out the doorway to go from the dining room into the kitchen to make it bigger. That was a fun day indeed. Oh, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, I love my Samsung washer and dryer. My old washer and dryer was the Frigidaire. I think that was the brand it was. I had them for I think 17 years. And they were for the most part, I didn't have any problems with them. They were fine, but they were old and needed to be replaced. They were front loaders. So, but yeah, my appliances, they were all old. I think my old fridge was like 20 years old. Dishwasher was like 20 years old. Um, you know what? I did notice that the dry sensor, it does seem to not always dry. I did notice that sometimes. I figured that was just me getting used to it being, super sensitive. But since you're mentioning that now, I'll start paying a little bit more attention to that. You know what? I seem to recall somebody saying that happens when you use dryer sheets. The dryer sheets have something to do with that. And it does something with the sensor. So when you use dryer sheets, you're supposed to wipe something out whenever you use dryer sheets. And I don't remember that specifically about being a Samsung thing. I just remember hearing that. So, and I'll have to remind myself to double check on that, but it might be a matter of, wiping down the sensors since you use dryer sheets, because something on the dryer sheets might build up, on the drum. So, but hey, I'll tell you what, it's not raining, and I need to get my trash out while it's not raining. And as much as I am enjoying talking right now, especially since you're here, Glitter, but I'm going to wrap it up because I need to get trash out, and I got to go and take my meds for the night. Yeah, smart appliances aren't that smart, but you know what? That was something that occasionally happened with my last dryer, which wasn't a smart appliance, and that's where I seem to recall being told that. But oh, hi, Heather. Heather, I was just saying I'm going to wrap it up. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up now. And oh, thank you for being here, Shelley. Have a great night, everybody. And Glitter, I'm serious. We should do something. We could have fun doing some baking together. I think that would be so much fun because I've seen your cookies. I've seen some of those amazing cookies you've made. I think we could have a lot of fun with that and some cooking stuff. That would be fun. So anyway, let me get back on camera. Everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for all the support and the well wishes you gave me. And I felt all that support and thoughts that you all gave for me while I was having my surgery. I really felt it all. And that's what held me and got me through. So thank you all so much for that. And I will see you all probably tomorrow. Good night.